how we grew up and all our childhood experiences are going to determine what our belief systems are. Hey guys, it's Terry. It's so great to see you. How's your heart today? You know, I'm always going to ask you how your heart is because it's important. It is important. Your heart is the largest electromagnetic field, and all the studies and research they're doing on it is proving that it's actually a bigger field than your brain. Oh yes, and the heart has the ability to transmute feelings and emotions. So healing not only comes from feeling, but healing comes from the heart. So how's your heart today? Check in with your heart. Today, I wanted to talk to you about getting into the right energy for healing and repairing relationships. Now, this is going to be for all kinds of relationships, platonic, romantic, it doesn't matter. It's about relating to someone who you either had a relationship with, or maybe the relationship currently is in limbo or it's on the rocks. So it's about repair. So getting into the right headspace, getting into the right heart space, because as we know, that electromagnetic field is seriously a big ass field. Getting into that heart space so that we can connect to someone else, either romantically or platonically. So let's talk a little bit about disconnection here. When we're disconnected, either from ourselves or people around us, it's going to cause conflict, right? Now, each and every one of us, all of us humans, have our own experiences here on planet Earth. And those experiences start to get ingrained or programmed, let's call it, into our operating systems as a young child. So how we grew up and all our childhood experiences are going to determine what our belief systems are. And not everybody has the same belief system, right? So of course it's going to cause trouble. It's going to cause conflict. It's one of the reasons why we're human beings, why we're here on planet Earth, is to relate to other people. So that can definitely cause disconnection, correct? Conflict. So let's say, let's take they're all the same, platonic or romantic. So you make it apropos to your current situation. How do we say that? I mean, how can we agree on that? Can we agree that whatever I say to you right here, right now, you can take and allow it to resonate with you due to or because of your own personal experiences? So let's say there's a break, right? There was an argument and there's a disconnection happening, and you want to reconnect. You want to repair what was broken. So, you know, there are definite ways of getting yourself into that energetic space. You're gonna want to become more vulnerable. Now, that may be difficult for you. It may be difficult for you to tap into that frequency of vulnerability. Maybe you're not used to it. But the thing about vulnerability is also the frequency of truth. And it's not the frequency of distortion. And because every human has its own electromagnetic field, it knows truth and it knows distortion. So when you're going to show up for this conversation or for this reconnection and this repair from a vulnerable state, whoever you're wanting to repair or connect with will know if you're bullshitting them or not. So do not bullshit. Show up vulnerable. It's okay. When you're showing up vulnerable, your partner is going to feel safe. They're going to feel it in their body. Our bodies are so much smarter than we are, than our brains. And our bodies will start to act quicker and faster than our brains will. Okay, so be vulnerable. Your partner is going to feel safer. And when they feel safer, they're going to feel more receptive. Okay? Be open to being wrong. Maybe you fucked up. Maybe you said something you shouldn't have said. Maybe you did something you didn't have done. Maybe you did something you haven't did done. What I'm trying to say is maybe you didn't do something that you should have done, or you did it wrong, or et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it can be 1,000 gazillion bazillion different ways that shows up. But be open to being wrong. It's okay. Being wrong, again, puts you into that frequency of vulnerability, which of course we know is truth, right? And authenticity. So be open to being wrong. You don't have to be right for everything. I'm sure you're going to notice, and you'll find this pattern in yourself. If you feel like you have to be right, or you're fighting to be right with someone all the time, you're ending up pushing them away. Repair, reconnection is not going to be able to happen if you are not open to being wrong. Now, we humans interpret things completely different. So your partner may have interpreted whatever you did or said in a way that didn't mesh or blend with them. It also may mean that you're not wrong, but just be open to maybe you were wrong, okay? So again, it's about being open, right? It's about being vulnerable, that frequency of vulnerability. Also, you're gonna wanna remember that the person that you're talking to or trying to reconnect with and repair with is hurt. And that frequency of hurt goes deep, deep down, and it triggers people into survival mode. So you could easily be speaking to somebody who wants to run away from you, or wants to fight you, or doesn't want to deal with you at all and will just immobilize. Or they might even fawn, which is another very, it's a newer survival response, which is like also people please and overfunction. So any one of these survival responses, if they're feeling threatened because there was that disconnection, it's important for you to have that compassion and that kindness and understand that that's where they're coming from. None of this is really about your ego. Well, that's not true. A lot of it is about your ego and whether you can release it. Do you have to be right about it, right? But a lot of it is about having compassion about them and seeing their side. And what that does is it puts them into the frequency of empowerment because they are feeling like they're being heard, they're being seen, they're being acknowledged, right? And that's what repair is all about. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will come to some sort of outcome or result where one person wins and one person doesn't. No. What it does, what a good repair will do is it'll make each person be heard and seen and acknowledged and feel like they matter. In that space, each party will actually feel that frequency of safety. And when you're feeling safe, you're able to move forward in life. You're able to reach your goals. You're able to find on purpose joy or freedom, whatever it is. So making someone feel safe is super important. Now, conversations are two ways. So everything that I'm sharing with you, hopefully your partner is also wanting to give back to you. So really being in this place, in this frequency of vulnerability, of compassion and kindness, allows someone else, your partner, to feel heard, acknowledged, and seen. Now, a good relationship will have that back and forth and will have plenty of these moments to repair and reconnect. So it's not bad, actually, to have these conversations. What it does is it helps build history with a person you're with, and it helps both parties feel safe enough with each other to express themselves. And when people are truly authentically expressing themselves, again, they feel safe in this world, so they can do the things that they need to do. They can live their purpose here. They can give their gifts to the world, right? So repair and reconnection is super important. Now, if you are dealing with someone who is not open to repair or connection, you won't even get this far. You won't have to worry about what frequency, what energy do I have to be in. So in a way, this won't really apply to somebody who doesn't want to reconnect or repair with you, okay? So you do have to have that effort on the other person's part, the other party's part too. So they're going to have to want to have some sort of reconnection or repair. I personally am a huge advocate for repair. I have had many disconnections with people, and I've also had many reconnections and repairs with people, and I treasure each one because they are uncomfortable, but they build history and they build safety. And with these particular people over various different experiences or whatnot, I feel like I can trust them. I feel like I can trust them so that if I fuck up in the future with them, they'll want to repair with me back because they're feeling safe. And you know what? I got a big fat ass mouth. I put my foot in my mouth all the time. I'm not perfect. I'm not all knowing. I just, humans, that's what we do. We make mistakes, right? So get into that frequency and that energy of vulnerability because it is all about authenticity and truth. And your electromagnetic field will be received by theirs. They will integrate, they will exchange, and there will be acknowledgement, and both parties can feel safe, okay? So there is a way to repair disconnections. There is a way to repair broken relationships, and it doesn't matter whether it's romantic or platonic, right? It's about you getting into that place and into that space of vulnerability, all right? What am I always saying? You stay connected. This is a fabulous way to stay connected to someone else, actually, to repair disconnection. How freaking cool is that? I think that's awesome. So stay connected to yourself. Stay connected to your friends and family. And of course, you can stay connected to me. You can check me out at terryhuberman.com. Maybe you want to work with me. I can help you connect to yourself. I can help you connect to the divine, also that you can get out of indecision and really into your intuition and make really good choices in life, especially if you're feeling stuck. We can reveal blind spots and you can reach your goals. And in that whole process, really truly understand and learn what it feels like to be connected. If you like that idea and that feels good to you, work with me. Check out the Shift Happens program. It's on my site, terryhuberman.com. You can go ahead and schedule a complimentary consultation where we can see if this is a really good fit for you. Can I help you connect to yourself, connect to the divine so that you can get out of indecision and into your intuition? Who knows? There's only one way to find out. Schedule that complimentary consultation and I'll see ya on the flip side.